We got a very exciting day because we got a guest here with us.
Yo, what is going on, all my buddies?
NES Ruler22, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, solid.
So, about a month ago, I asked Mr. Buddy here, what is top 5 worst horror films he's ever seen before? You know, we were talking about like the Leprechaun 4 movies, or Leprechaun 4 or something like that, and I asked him what is his top 5 worst horror films that he's ever seen, because, everybody who follows me knows my opinion on Bloody Homecoming and things like that, so...
I considered buying Bloody Homecoming when I was at a disc replay, but I picked it up and it was like $13.99.
You're getting it for $1.50.
$13.99. I was like, I'm not paying $13.99.
You're getting a family video for sure.
Okay, but yeah, I heard a lot of those lists from your fans on the podcast, 22 Shots of Moods and Horror, right? And, you had a lot of great lists, and they had some interesting choices, but, I feel some of them did not really tap into the real shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of those were pretty shitty movies.
Beneath the Mississippi.
Beneath the Mississippi. I mean, no one thinks less of Leprechaun 4 than I do. Well, there might be one person who thinks less of Leprechaun 4 than I do.
Yeah.
But, let's just get right into it. But before I start, I'm going to do 2 honorable mentions. The reason these are honorable mentions and not actual ones on the list is because I don't think you can judge them the same as you would most films, because these are fan films. And, they don't have the same production value and all that other stuff that goes into making a film.
I'm curious to check that one out, man.
Hey, I'll burn you a copy. All right, the first one is Jason vs. Leatherface, the fan film by Matt Spiess, I think it is.
Where'd you get that? You get that on iOffer?
I bought this, the first time I bought this was 4 or 5 years ago at Horribles.
Oh, really?
And this was back when I was just a young buck in the DVD game. I had a low tolerance for shit. I got maybe 5 minutes into this film, couldn't watch it, sold it at a garage sale, regretted it ever since. Finally got a chance to get it back. It's only like 20 minutes long, so yeah. I was like a fifth of the way into it. I should have just stuck with it. But
so it's like bad people wearing like Jason masks.
Jason is so short. Like the guy who plays one of Leatherface's brothers is actually taller than Jason. It's terrible. There's a part where the sound quality is so bad, it's like I want to stick needles in my eardrums. It's terrible. And they also, at points, even use footage from the other movies. But that's mostly...
Pull the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2.
Yeah, they pulled a bit of a Silent Night. But to its credit, it used more original footage than Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 did.
That's good.
But it's just really bad. If you like shit, I don't know. It's shitty, you've been warned. Also, another honorable mention, something in the same vein, another fan film, AVP Seed.
The fuck is that? Alien vs. Predator Seed?
Seed. Another fan film, although I gotta give it to them. They had pretty good costumes on this one.
Yeah, how long is it?
It's another 20-minute. But, the costumes were good, some of the effects were kind of good, story was boring, acting was dull, but hey, it was a fan film. I doubt you'll ever run into this, but if you do...
Where'd you get it at?
Horribles.
Oh, really?
Horribles,
fucking
man.
Everything, man.
Yeah, well, you know what? But here's the drawback to Horribles. Some of those prices are a bit... Yeah, it's a bit retail.
Oh, that's way out of my league. You gotta watch me, that doesn't fly.
I'm cheap, but sometimes I'm just willing to pay a little extra for that shit you're just never gonna find. Cannibal Holocaust. I was looking for that for the longest time, and when I finally found it at Suncoast... I paid retail. There was a Suncoast in Joliet, but it went out of business like 2 months ago.
That was like the last one.
Yeah, too bad. We were in school. We didn't know the whole DVD connection. We could have gone.
I know there's like a few in California and stuff like that. But
yeah, well now it's all FYE now. Yeah. All right, so to the actual list. Let me just get this in order. Okay. First up. Sleepy Hollow High.
I just bought that one.
You just bought this one? Well, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Like 3 months ago or something.
But
I think I got it for free.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing maybe the draw for you was the same as it was for me. The draw is that it has to do with
cover.
It's a bad. Yeah, that's a pretty freaking awesome cover. And heck, anything to do with the Legend of Sleepy Hollow is.
But when you look at the front and you see that movie only has 3.5 stars, you know that's gonna be really bad.
Who the hell gave this 3.5 stars? Fuck you, Bill George of Femme Fatale's magazine.
What the fuck is Femme Fatale's magazine?
It sounds like it should be a noir.
Like when did that movie come out?
Okay, I do not. Let's see. Maybe the disc says. I have no idea. You know what? I'll check in the.
Say that.
But like I said, the draw to me was, besides the cover, is like anything to do that's like
Halloween.
related to the Legend of Sleepy Hollow is just intriguing. But do you mind if I burst your bubble on it?
Sure.
It has nothing to do with the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Perfect.
The only thing it has to do with it is the killer wears a pumpkin and the school. Yeah, the school is called Sleepy Hollow High. My God, these kids! I swear, one of these teenagers is a 30-year-old man. Seriously, one of these actors, I swear, is 30 years old. All right, moving on. Next. I don't know if you heard this one. Holla if you hear me kill ya. Now, I don't know. Based on this cover, this would seem
cheesy films.
No, it isn't.
Who released it?
CRS Cinema.
Who the fuck is that? I collect a lot of shit.
I think they are the same people. I'm pretty sure they are the same people. Yeah, CSRS. The same people who released the classic Fart the movie. But, yeah. This, I mean, you would think based on the cover that this is going to be like a scary movie spoof. Look, he's got the Groucho glasses and everything.
Oh, it's a Sub Rosa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know Sub Rosa.
But it's played straightforward. The kills are dull. It's really uninspired.
Oh man, that looks like crap.
The ending is such a convoluted
It's a
mess.
shot-out video?
I don't think so, but it does have that low-grade quality. But seriously, the ending, such a convoluted mess. I almost had to watch it twice to understand what the hell was going on.
That's a cool cover.
It does have a decent cover. It has pacing problems. There is a part, I swear, at the middle of the third act that feels like it should have been at either the end of the first act or the beginning of the second act. Major pacing problems. The ending's a mess. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Alright, next on. Now, I know this might break the hearts of some of your fans and your buddy Moods, but my list, so sorry.
The rarest VHS
sorry, yeah.
you could ever find.
Well, not that one.
Well, they're both pretty rare.
Oh, they're both pretty rare?
Not as rare, but you're going to talk about Black
Right, yes. And that is, like you just said, Chester Novel Turner, the auteur, Chester Novel Turner's Black Devil Doll from Hell. Shot on video. It was boring, but it was kind of like, it was fun. It was funny, I'll give it that. It had some funny moments.
There's a new one.
There's a new one? They made a sequel? Wait, is that the, I think I know what you're talking about.
It has like a cartoon cover on it, I think. I don't remember.
I think I might know what you're talking about. Like, I read something about a Black Devil Doll movie in a Fangoria that I have upstairs. Like, it had a similar title.
Yeah, like, I remember I saw it on Rotten Cotton or something. It's a t-shirt website. Oh, Rotten Cotton. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I've seen they got, like, the Bud shirt. Or is that... Yeah, Bub, where he's got, like, doing the salute. Yeah. Yeah, they advertise in the back of Fangoria. So, yes... I'm a Fright Rags person. I don't have many Rotten Cotton. This is Rotten Cotton, but... I've been meaning to get into t-shirts, but I'm like, Yeah. When it comes to buy clothes, buy DVDs... Yeah, I only buy, like, limited edition ones. DVDs win out every time. Yeah. I just ordered this awesome Vincent Price one. Oh, my God. It's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, but Black Devil Doll from Hell... yeah. What can I say? Now, the next two... These were probably the two easiest to put on the list. I don't know if you've heard of these. There's the Meat Market Collection. Meat Market 2. Who put that out? Oh, I have the individual. Oh my God! You know who did this one? Trick Show. SRS. The same people who did. Yeah, I had Bart and Holla. I had Meat Market 1 on an individual release. Oh God! Well, let me tell you. I got a family video. So. Have you watched Meat Market? No, I bought it like 2 years ago. Meat Market is bad, and so is Meat Market 2. But the reason I think Meat Market 2 is worse than Meat Market 1 is because Meat Market 1 set the bar so low. The shittiness? Yeah, it set the shittiness bar so low that there was no excuse why Meat Market 1 could have eked out a slightly better film. Piece of shit, did I show you the cover? Yeah, Meat Market 2. Yeah, and the worst, in my opinion, the worst horror film ever made. Brad Sykes' magnum opus, Camp Blood. Yes, Camp Blood 3 just came out. This is, this has Camp Blood 3 out. But what's the Woods is Camp Blood 3. You're talking about the Camp Blood 4 and 3D, right? Yeah, some new one like just came out. Something like that. Wasn't it directed by the guy who did Demonicus or something like that? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I heard that somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, Camp Blood. Now, why did I choose Camp Blood 1 over the equally bad Camp Blood 2? Well, Camp Blood 2 was a minute shorter, took a minute less of my life, so by that alone... I know those are on Blu-ray too. Imagine watching it on HD goodness. Oh, God. Although, hey, you know, I will say this. Camp Blood 1, I did like the scenery. The campground scenery was at least enjoyable, but that was just
drowned out by the horrible acting. I swear, I watched these two films back to back. Halfway through the second one, I was lying on my bed. Literally, I felt comatose. I could not move. I was so bored.
You watched the third one?
Yeah, I watched the third one.
Is it bad?
It's surprisingly slightly better.
Yeah?
It's not great.
It sounds like the Killjoy movie.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's like the Killjoy movies in that.
Have you watched part 4 yet, or part 3?
No, I opted to watch Creepazoids. That's a Grindhouse, Full Moon Grindhouse release instead of Killjoy 4. But yeah, it's like Killjoy in that they did get progressively better.
For some reason.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I don't remember if I was in Camp Blood 1 or Camp Blood 2, but there's a point I was watching one of these films. I was like, I'd rather be watching Killjoy right now.
Ooh, yeah.
And if you saw Killjoy 1, Killjoy 2, they are terrible.
Yeah, they're really bad.
But then you get to the third one, it's like, hey, this is significantly better. This is getting into mediocre territory.
Yeah, Killjoy 1 is so bad.
Oh god, and that guy's voice! Oh my god, Angel Vargas's voice, like nails in my eardrums. All right, so that's it.
So that's a pretty interesting list, I have to say.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I haven't seen Black Devil Dallas from Hell, but,
Well, hey.
Mr. Chester Turner. Chester Neville Turner's from Mr. Illinois, so I know he lives around here somewhere, but...
And, I've heard some people say he's considered, people are saying he's the worst director ever made. And, I can see how they'd say that because those two movies are bad, but you're right. I mean, if you only made 2 movies, that's not enough to call somebody the worst director ever made.
We go to a film school. We see a lot worse movies than that.
Yeah. And let's at least say, to Chester Nichols Turner's credit, at least he made the movies.
Yes, exactly.
At the very least, he actually went out and did it. So that's why I have a hard time saying anything bad about certain movies, because at the very least, they went out and they did it,
Now I'm a fellow with a heart of gold and the ways of a gentleman. I've been told the kind of a guy that wouldn't even harm a flea. But if me and a certain character met, that guy that invented the cigarette, I'd murder that son of a gun in the first degree.